I'm Wesley Hunt.
I'm Wrendon Hunt.
And you're in the hunt.
There's something crazy.
Are we going to free Britney?
You know,
Are you ready to free Britney?
normally I don't do this,
Usually I don't do this, but
it's Britney, bitch. So, I'm a Britney Spears fan.
as am I.
We grew up in an era where you couldn't help but be Britney Spears fans. Britney Spears, to me, is like the white female version of Usher.
Yeah, she is. That's
You
good.
know?
That's pretty good.
Like the production,
That's
the
pretty good.
dancing.
That's
You're right. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you can probably see a sparkle in my eye. That's actually good.
It's pretty good, wasn't
That's
it?
good. Yeah. Doesn't have anything new, but just has classics.
Yeah.
Like right now, in my head right now, the only thing I can hear is, "Oops, I did it again." Like that's literally
Seared.
It's like seared.
It's seared in my brain.
Got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby. Like literally, that's all that's like.
Yes.
You said Britney, and now oops, I did it again.
Yes.
That's how powerful she is.
Oh, incredible. And Britney Spears right now is going through an extremely tumultuous time. And it's very difficult for me to watch because I am the father of a daughter.
As am I.
Yes. Britney Spears' father, Jamie Spears, he and some other partners, we'll call them, have her in a conservatorship, which means that she cannot manage her own finances. Mind you, she is making millions upon millions of dollars that she has no access to. So she's been in this for 13 years, basically controls her life and the way that she lives her life. You and I both are big freedom people.
Yeah.
So her freedom
It's her money.
is being
She made it.
taken away from her.
Yeah.
Some of the things that are being done to her are, for lack of a better word, disgusting to me. She's being forced to use birth control and other medications because the people who are controlling her have made the decision that they don't want her to have another child. Now, there's very few times in this world where pro-life and pro-choice people should probably come together. This is one of them.
Yeah.
She wants to marry her boyfriend. She's not allowed to marry her boyfriend. She's not even allowed to drive in the same car as this guy. She is being censored. She's being forced to take lithium because she disagreed with the choreography in one of her dances, and they're continually trying to control her with drugs.
And by the way, Britney choreographed it. What Britney wants, Britney should get.
Yeah, it's probably awesome.
Yes, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's like Britney and Beyonce. I don't want to hear it.
It's probably awesome.
Yeah.
Those Vegas shows that she was doing, she was forced to do those Vegas shows, and because she wasn't saying anything, everybody just assumed that she wanted to be there and wanted to do it. The hearings that she was having to get out of this situation, they've all been locked away. The records have been sealed. This is un-American. This is ridiculous. How the fact that she is being treated in this way, it's appalling. It's not appalling because she's a celebrity. It's appalling because it's appalling.
And the ridiculous thing is also it's been going on for 13 years now. So the reason why this was implemented initially was because
to protect her.
To protect her. And I actually get look, as a father,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And there were certain things that were happening and she was doing where she clearly needed help. I think everybody can
Yes.
agree with that. 13 years?
When does this stop?
At some point, when do you give somebody control of their own lives again? And at some point, you have to let them live their lives. It's called freedom.
And Wesley,
You don't get that. This expires. This expiration date in 13 years is past due.
Yeah. It's
Now I don't know. I don't know when it. I can't tell you
teenager.
when. But
It's a teenager.
it's wrong.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, not only is this American, Wesley, America, you have the right to make bad financial decisions with your money.
Ask MC Hammer.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt me. He should have told all his financial advisors.
Hammer ran through tens of millions of dollars.
He should have told his financial advisors, you can't touch this. If he did that, his finances now would be too legit to quit.
He should have told his entourage.
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
You know, I always don't choose to delve into pop culture, but pop culture is very important because the things that are important in our society are things that people like us should be paying attention to and talking about.
Yeah.
These are things that pertain to what's happening in our great American experiment.
Yeah, like Bill Cosby being free.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
Bill's out. Mr. Pudding Pop himself.
Yellow pudding pop.
Mr. Pudding Pop.
My wife Camille.
He's out. He's loose, man.
Oh man.
Did you see?
Hide your drinks.
He looks pretty. Hide your drinks and hide your Jello.
Hey, man. Hide your
Hide
drinks.
your kids. Hide your wife.
Yeah. So there's a podcast that I listen to, and it's always interesting when you revere somebody for a long time.
And we did. We grew up like the Cosby Show was amazing. The Cosby Show really put a very good light on the black community.
Absolutely.
That we are not monolithic. Yes, Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable was a doctor. His wife
was
Claire was a lawyer.
Yeah.
They're successful kids. They all went to HBCUs.
Yes.
I mean, this is a beautiful image of black people. And by the way, for how many years was it the #1 show in America? Wait, only to be backed up by A Different World.
Yeah.
That you and I have watched every single episode.
Absolutely.
Of both of these shows, and then A Different
to do
World
that
was,
in that time period.
To do that in the 80s and 90s, in that time,
it's incredible.
It's incredible. So I think Bill Cosby too, especially in that time period, is really responsible for a lot of the positives.
Yeah.
That people were able to look at the black community and say, okay, wow, the Cosby Show,
Yeah.
and everybody watched it.
Yeah.
They watched it more than Cheers, which means that white people were watching it too.
Yeah, but not more than Friends.
No,
White people love Friends.
Wrendon, I would never say Friends. That show, okay, is the #1 white person show ever.
So I'm going to ask you.
White people love Wrendon. It's a remarkable thing.
It is. So there are very few shows. Asking a white person.
Speaking as a cisgendered white male, I've never watched a moment of Friends.
You're lying. You're a liar.
You know, asking a black person, have they watched Friends, is like asking a white person if they watch BET. Like, hey man, did you see the last? That's like me asking one of my white friends, have you seen the last BET Awards?
Right.
White people, I don't know what it is. White people love Friends.
It's great.
I've never seen an episode of Friends.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
Have you?
Yeah.
Full episode?
Maybe.
You drinking Bloody Marys, eating cucumber sandwiches now?
And White Claw. Drinking a lot of White Claw.
So, you bring you bring up an interesting point. Just the cultural icon that was Bill Cosby, and his attempt to hold Black America accountable too.
Yeah.
You know, pull your pants up, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
His attempt to hold Black America accountable. I listened to the podcast Chasing Cosby.
Yeah.
And it's probably the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's really bad. So this guy belongs in jail. Like at some point, it's just bad. You know, like
it's beyond bad.
It's beyond.
It's like, I mean, I've watched.
You don't deserve to be.
documentary.
You don't. We have girls too. You don't deserve to be a free man, dude.
Oh.
Like, no. Sorry, Bill. All that stuff you said, that's great. Thank you for the pudding pop. Okay, and thank you for the Cosby Show, dude. And you belong in jail.
Yes. Wesley, I have watched, and we've talked about all these documentaries as they came out. We watched the Finding Neverland documentary on Michael Jackson.
No comment. I'm not talking about that.
Highly disturbing.
I'm not talking about that.
R. Kelly's documentary, Surviving R. Kelly.
I definitely don't want to talk about that.
And this is I mean, it's kind of one of these things where why do we even, even before I make the statement, I'm like, why am I even saying this? You hate to characterize things as best to worst, especially when they're all categorically horrible.
So evil's evil.
Horrible?
It's just evil.
But let me tell you,
this is
of all of those,
listening
to Chasing Cosby
some weird stuff
was the most disturbing thing in accounts of all of those combined.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that really got me was just how prolific he was. I mean, this was part of his life.
This thing, man.
We don't know if this was tens of women or hundreds of women. We don't know.
But if it was one,
it was way too much.
It's one too many.
It's way too much. And it just pains me to see on behalf of all the people that he hurt and all the families that were involved in that.
To watch this guy be free. Yeah. It's the worst.
It's awful, man.
It's the worst.
It's awful. And if you'd have told me of all of the people in our culture 20 years ago, the most least likely for this to, not this to happen to, for him to behave in this manner and be this hurtful to so many people, I'd have never believed it.
Me neither.
I'm so disappointed, and I'm so saddened by it. And I feel for all of those who are dealing with the backlash of.
But I'm big on lessons too. I'm big on lessons, and the lessons learned here: you're not above the law. No one should be above the law. And when you harm people, and you treat people poorly, and you deceive people, and you drug people, and you hurt people, you don't deserve to be free for that. And I get it. I'm relatively aware on why he got released, and I hear the argument. I hear that. But we also have to be the culture of accountability. That guy belongs in jail.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
And we, as a culture and as a society, I like the fact that you bring up talking about pop culture, because it's a microcosm, not always an accurate one, but it can be a microcosm of the directionality of culture from time to time. Not always, but from time to time. And it can be endemic of a sickness that's amongst us. That's him not being in prison based on his behavior is something that we as a culture have got to take a real close look at some of the sicknesses that we have and remedy them real fast.
Yeah. We have to understand what we value.
Yes.
We do.
So.
2 things. First, this weekend, my wife and I are going to celebrate 10 years of marriage. So to my beloved wife, whom I love with all my heart.
What?
Woodell.
Congratulations, man.
Happy anniversary. I love you. It's crazy, isn't it? 10 years.
I can't believe you should marry somebody who wears pants like that, man.
Best 10 years of my life. Probably the best 10 of hers as well. And remember, smiles are contagious, so make someone's day.
God bless you.
God bless you.